Hello again, everybody. This is Eric Navas, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the audio book playlist that I'm going to create. So, the audiobook is going to be on Mr. Brian Karcher's Identity Snatchers. Identity Snatchers exposing a Korean campus rival cult. So, yes, it's technically an anti-EBF book, which was made back in 2015. So, even though it was made back in 2015, it is still relevant to this day. Though it does need several updates, and in the future I'm actually planning on publishing an addendum, which is basically an update to that book, with permission from Mr. Karcher himself. And yes, there's going to be a sequel to that book, which Mr. Karcher will announce in the future, hopefully later this year. So the reason for making the audiobook is for two reasons. One, audiobooks is, I guess you could say, a trend in more recent times, because even though people may not read books, they either watch videos or hear audiobooks or podcasts. An audiobook is basically someone narrating and reading the book, word by word. So that's one of the reasons, just kind of take advantage of the trend. And and also to help students, because in UBF, it's the environment and the way it's structured is designed in a way so that you may not have a lot of time to really sit down, put time aside to actually go and read the book yourself, which is why the audiobook is being created. With an audiobook, you can just listen to it while you're doing pretty much anything. Also, a little fun fact that you may not know is that, well, actually, you really don't know, is that I actually started reading Mr. Karcher's book, The Denise Snatchers, a few months before I left back in 2016. And it was a definitely catalyst to help me leave UBF, but not just leave UBF, but also to understand like why it's structured the way it is and the true intention behind it. And it has a lot of information that was not available for a very long time. At the same year the book was published, Denny Snatchers, there was also a quote unquote pro UBF book called The Spin Was West, which was published by Rebecca Whitecamp, who is who's the daughter of one the Downey UBF missionary, Isaac H. Kim. He is a missionary. It's quotation marks. He's retired recently. I think he retired of, was it 2012, 2013? He retired. Okay. I'll do a review on that book on a separate video. Yeah. And as far as my review of Identity Snatchers, that itself will be a whole. That's going to be its own video. So this video is going to basically, as you can see, it's kind of short. I'm just explaining like what's going to happen. So each video will be separated into chapters, because even though the book is not physically very thick, it's not very thick, it will take a while to get through the whole thing. And I will not be able to do it in one sitting without getting physically exhausted, or my throat getting dry. So each video will be separated into chapters. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, all the way to the very end. With the exception of this video and like the prologue / intro video, each video will be on one chapter. And this video is just more talking about what I'm going to do. And the videos from henceforth on is the audiobook itself. So in the description below, I'm going to put a link to the book itself. So the ebook version is free, and if you want a physical copy, it's like $8. So if you're like old school like me, like a physical copy, it's definitely worth having in your library. And if you want the Kindle version, that's totally awesome as well. And that's all for this video. And I'm gonna upload some of the videos playlist throughout this week, next week, until I finish. But I'm gonna throw in some other videos of other stuff that I want to talk about in between, so that way it's not just only Disney Snatchers for the next several weeks/months. Thank you again for your time, and until next time.